And we are back here with Simply Love. Welcome. And we're going to, learn all about the Virgo. And again, I must stress to say, this is for the sun sign of Virgo. Okay. We all have something, different, in our natal charts, depending on where our houses are. And I will get into that a little later, in between my videos and stuff like that, each month. Kind of like get into a little bit of everything. But for you to really, take control of your own life and figure out who you are, what's coming towards you, how you can manipulate it, is go ahead and go to natalchart.com. You can get a natal chart for free, as long as you have your name, where you were born, the time you were born. You don't necessarily have to have that, but that is important to get directly to what's going on with you with the planets and all that in the houses that's going to roll around, and what you need to do and how to operate. And the month and year that you were born. That's all you need. Okay. You need any help with that, just let me know. I got all my information listed in the description. You can go on over there to my website as well to purchase my cards and oh gosh, my uplifting cards, okay, which they are affirmation cards and things to uplift your spirit. You can use those, shuffle those, read what it says on there, and just go on about your little daily business, okay? As long as you put the effort in, spirit will help you too. So let's discuss Virgo before I run out of time with them. I don't want you guys to get mad at me. So, Virgo is ruled by Mercury, okay? Planet of the what? Mind. And communication as well. That kind of shocks me because Virgos don't communicate a lot. They usually just think a lot. But I feel like once they really thought, I think they just take a lot of time thinking about things before they say it. When it comes to air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, we just, once we think about it, we just say it, okay, without no thought most of the time. Virgos are the type that lay back, gather information, gather knowledge, and then they speak upon it. That's when the communication will come in. Virgos are always, analyzing stuff. They're analytic. They analyze everything around them. That's why if any of you ever been around a Virgo, you can, they're very robotic. There's something like, to me, like, who can I put here? Any kind of robot that you see on TV, okay? The main thing I can think about is, what is that robot's name? Oh my God, there's so many. RoboCop, okay? They remind me of a RoboCop, most of them. They're very robotic, okay? They do form opinions too and judgments because, like I said, they think so much. And as they think it through and gain that knowledge, they basically know what the heck they're talking about. I got to give it to them on that. It's like with Aquariuses or fire signs. I'm sorry, air signs. We just, do it for the heck of it to gain knowledge. Not that we know everything. And sometimes it comes across with Virgos like they know everything. It's not that they know everything. It's just that they think about things and they gain knowledge before they open their mouth. Okay. That's what they do. They're not confrontational, but they are a bit judgmental. Okay. And they do form opinions about people, places, and things. Now, on the other side, they seem sweet and innocent, but Virgos are quick-minded and never misses a detail. Okay, don't ever get it twisted. They notice every freaking thing. I don't care if you pull a booger out your nose. You think they ain't watching. They watching. They just ain't said nothing about it. It might be 10 days later they might open their mouth about it, especially if you piss them off. Okay, so don't get a Virgo twisted. When it comes to every little thing, they are watching and they are absorbing all this information. And sometimes they do that in order to use it against you. And don't say you're going to do something for them and don't do it. Okay, don't do that to a Virgo, because to them that's very disappointing. They take people because they're that way. When they say they're going to do something, damn it, they do it, and they do a good job of it. So if you're going to do that with them, make sure you follow up on it. Okay, so we got 9 minutes left. Okay, Virgo is always a sign of service. Now, when you notice a Virgo, they're very hard workers. They're very practical, and they stick to their guns. Okay, they got to do it till they do it right. They're almost perfectionists, man. You sit up there and watch a Virgo, you'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't do all that. Well, that's their element. They can. And they can service people. They can give of themselves. They get very reliable and dependable people. That's part of the Mercury energy or planet that they come from, of service, servicing people, doing for people. Making sure they're there, a friend and a confidant, a listener, an advisor, a wise person, practical when it comes to money. They just ain't loosely out here saying here, here, here. Okay? This is just the blueprint of a Virgo. Okay? We all have the dark side too, and things like that. But, in order to go through all that, you're going to have to, very much get your natal chart or just get yourself a personal private reading. But like I said, they analyze everything. They're amazing people, especially when it comes. They're always willing to help someone that's in need. They're very amazing, very careful listening. Be careful what you say to a Virgo, because it may not seem. Sometimes they may seem like they're not even listening at all. But let me tell you something. That's a front, y'all. Don't get it twisted to where you think you're going to sit up there and say anything to them and they ain't taking it all in just because they're not staring at you or bobbing their head up and down. They taking that stuff all in. You best believe that. Again, they analyze anything. In fact, you can drive yourself. Virgos can drive themselves crazy because they overanalyze everything. They just pick apart. If they were surgeons, they probably would take a whole body apart and put it back together again. Okay. I'm serious about that. I deal with one myself. I know. But this is their blueprint anyway. And it takes a while to understand them. Like I said, they can overanalyze and it could drive the person that they're dealing with crazy too. And because they never stop thinking, Virgo is a perfectionist. Didn't I just say that earlier? They're perfectionists, man. When they do something, you can depend on it being done right. Whatever job they do, whatever service that they give. Let me tell you something. This is a sign you can always look at and govern and try to follow in that earthly practical type of way. Because these people, whatever they do, notice that if you notice a lot of celebrities in the industries and playing any kind of sports or any kind of that, a lot of them are Virgos, and they're mostly the ones that are winners. They're mostly the ones that's on top of everybody else. They're one of those winners, one of those shining stars that you can't help but look at because everything they do is so perfect. Okay, everything they do, they make sure they get it right the first time. Because if they can't, it will bother them. Okay, I'm in the 6 minutes. Sometimes they need to relax. You need to relax your mind sometime, Virgo. You need to kind of chill out with all that overthinking and stuff like that and picking everything apart, trying to get the perfect person. That'll never happen. Trying to do this and trying to do that. Just because, you are a great person far as perfecting what you do, because that's part of your Mercury energy, the planet that you rule. But other things, when it comes into, real life and dealing with other people, you have to learn to chill out a little bit, let go a little bit, let loose a little bit, because it in that energy, it can cause people to be like, this is just so goddamn boring, with this. And I'm just being honest. It can just be so boring just being this analytical overthinking to where you can't even do nothing to make someone else happy or yourself. Okay, that's just a little bit of that dark energy of Mercury. Yeah, you gotta learn to relax your mind, smoke some weed, do something. Okay, channel it into and project. like it's like solving a crossword puzzle for you guys, writing a story or organizing your desk. Just stay busy so and so you don't keep be so analytical and trying to tear everything apart and trying to make things go your way. Because sometimes on the opposite side of Virgo, they like to take control, because they do have this controlling energy under the Mercury, where they get things perfected and everything around them is not operating the way they are because they're of another element. And that's just like any other sign. We're all under different planets, and I'm just saying this so we can learn to understand each other, what we need to do and what we need to stop doing. Okay. So like I said, get into something like games, or get out of the norm, Virgo. Get out of the norm. Don't be so predictable about everything, because it causes you to be judgmental, overanalyze everything, and wanting somebody else to be just as perfect as you are. And you're looking for this perfect partnership, relationship, family, and it all falls down because of that. Okay. And I just have to throw that out there. Really nothing bad or anything like that, but maybe this can help somebody. Some of you you don't want to do what you hear, but that's fine too. Keep on doing what you do, and I hope it works out for you. Okay. But we love you, Virgos. You guys are sweethearts. You know what's up. Perfectionists. When you want to look at something and somebody to do something right, get with a Virgo. They're natural born leaders. They're natural born helpers by that Mercury energy that they've got. They're born to do this. Okay. Some people get jealous of Virgos because they could be at a job and, the job look at them as like, you would be the perfect leader. Like when I got my back turned, I could rely on a Virgo. Because Virgo is going to make it happen. If somebody else don't make it happen and make it happen the way it should, Virgo's going to step in and do it. But believe you me, down the line, they're going to let you know, look, I can't keep stepping in doing this and doing that. Just because I can, it's time for you to up your game too. See, that's how Virgo, that's what that community, they done thought, they all that while they've been doing it, they've been thinking about it, and then they're going to let you have it. And some people will get their feelings hurt because they're used to Virgos not really saying much at all. That's because they're always thinking. Understand that. Don't think that they're just because they're quiet or, a little submissive that you can get over them or play with their emotions, because they're going to let you have it in the end, but they're going to keep things going. Okay. 2 minutes here to see if I can get everything in. Remember, they do like sports a lot too. They like sports and they like all this action-oriented type stuff if they look at stuff. And remember, it's easy for a helpful Virgo to give. They love to give, okay? It's easy for them to do that. But harder for them to receive. They're the type that like to give. But you ain't gonna never hardly see a Virgo asking anybody for anything. They could be on the side of the road and they could be a bum or something like that. You ain't gonna see them with no cup. Talking about give me some money. They're going to try to get their hustle on and get what they get for themselves without asking. But Virgos need to chill out on that too, because just as well as you give, as much as you give, and I know it is part of your Mercury energy, you're going to have to learn to receive too. So allow yourself for that. You don't have to be perfect all the time. You don't have to be perfect just to be lovable. Just be yourself, Virgo. Just be yourself. That's all I really can say as far as the traits, and hope that helps you to understand how Virgos are, and what planet they're under, which is Mercury. Read up on Mercury, don't necessarily, because, we all have other things in our natal charts. I'm just going by the sun sign and the planet that they're under, their sun. And the next thing I'll be doing which will be, understanding the houses as these planets rotate. We all have a little bit of every sign there is in us. But we have to know, when they do, start to rotate and things like that, and you might end up in another house beside your own. You're going to have to learn how to act accordingly and be prepared for that house that you enter into